Welcome to Sci-Fi Stories. If you love stories of courage and mystery, make sure to subscribe and join our growing community.
The desert winds of Arkan 9 carried the scent of burning minerals and cold iron across the canyon city of the Talrith. Inside the towering stone citadel, the warlord Karesh paced like a trapped beast. The Talrith were feared throughout the outer sectors, a towering reptilian species whose warriors had crushed fleets and shattered empires. Their strength was legendary. Their pride even greater. Yet now the warlord's claws trembled. On the stone platform before him lay his youngest hatchling. Her emerald scales had faded to a sickly grey. Her breathing came in sharp, shallow bursts that echoed in the silent chamber. The Talrith healers stood nearby, their ceremonial robes heavy with the scent of strange herbs and chemical vapors. One by one they had tried their remedies. Ancient compounds, nanotech serums, gene-stabilizing injections. None had worked. The infection spreading through the hatchling's blood was unlike anything in their medical archives. Every hour her condition worsened. Karesh slammed his tail against the stone floor. "You told me Talrith medicine could cure any disease." The eldest healer lowered her gaze. "We believed so, my warlord. But this sickness grows faster than our treatments can stop it." Silence filled the chamber. Finally one healer spoke hesitantly. "There may be another option." Karesh turned slowly. "Speak." "A human physician currently resides on the trade outpost in orbit." The word human carried little weight among the Talrith. Humans were considered fragile newcomers to the galactic community. Short-lived. Physically unimpressive. Many Talrith dismissed them entirely. Yet Karesh looked back at his dying hatchling and felt the weight of a father's desperation. Bring the human. Dr. Maya Chen had expected many things when she joined the Interstellar Trade Station. Research opportunities. Cultural exchanges. Maybe the occasional alien patient curious about human medicine. What she had not expected was 6 massive Talrith warriors appearing outside her quarters. Each one towered nearly 8 feet tall, armored scales glinting beneath the station lights. Their leader stepped forward. "Human doctor. You will come with us." Maya blinked but remained calm. "Usually patients come to my clinic." The warrior's golden eyes narrowed. "Our warlord's hatchling is dying." That was all Maya needed to hear. Minutes later she stood inside the Talrith citadel on Arkan 9, surrounded by warriors who looked capable of tearing starships apart. But the moment she saw the patient, everything else faded away. Medical training took over. The hatchling's skin was burning hot. Her pulse raced wildly beneath thin scales. Maya activated her handheld scanner and frowned. Severe bloodstream infection. Rapid bacterial replication. "How long has she been sick?" Maya asked. 2 planetary rotations, Karesh answered from behind her. Maya shook her head slightly. "Your treatments focused on stabilizing symptoms. But you missed the root cause." The warlord stepped closer. "Explain." Maya reached into her medical kit and removed a small injector vial filled with pale fluid. "It's a bacterial infection. Microscopic organisms multiplying inside her bloodstream." The Talrith healers looked confused. Their technology had evolved along very different biological lines. Maya held up the vial. "This is a broad-spectrum antibiotic. Humans discovered medicines like this centuries ago." One healer hissed softly. "Your cure is primitive liquid?" Maya smiled faintly. "Primitive sometimes works." Karesh studied the vial as if it were a weapon. "You are certain this will save her?" Maya answered honestly. "I can't promise. But if we treat the infection now, she has a strong chance." The chamber fell silent. At last the warlord gave a single sharp nod. "Do it." Maya administered the first injection carefully. Hours passed as the Talrith healers watched every movement she made. The massive warriors waited like statues carved from stone. Slowly, the hatchling's breathing began to stabilize. Her fever dropped. By morning her eyes opened for the first time since Maya had arrived. "Father," she whispered weakly. Karesh froze. For a moment the unstoppable warlord looked like nothing more than a relieved parent. He knelt beside his daughter and gently touched her forehead with a claw that had once shattered armored vehicles. Maya quietly packed her medical tools while the Talrith healers whispered among themselves. One approached her cautiously. "Human doctor, how did your species discover such medicine?" Maya shrugged slightly. "Because we had to. Humans spent most of our history fighting infections like this. We weren't strong enough to survive them naturally." She held up the empty vial. "So we learned to fight with science, experimentation, and sometimes mold growing on old food." The healer blinked in disbelief. Karesh stood and faced the assembled warriors of his clan. His voice thundered through the stone hall. "Let this be known to every Talrith world. Today a human healer saved the life of my hatchling." He placed his clawed hand over his chest in the Talrith gesture of highest honor. "Never again will we mistake human weakness for insignificance. They survived their world through knowledge and stubborn will." Maya laughed softly. "That's a pretty accurate description of humanity." As she departed the citadel beneath the rising twin suns of Archon 9, word of the event began spreading across the sector. A species once dismissed as fragile had just earned the respect of one of the galaxy's most feared warrior races. And the reason was simple. Humans had spent thousands of years fighting enemies too small to see.